Good. Welcome. It's another episode of Comic Relief with your boy Mari
and Myles Brown. We coming at you today with a movie called They Live. It was a pop culture phenomenon back in 1988.
I don't know about pop culture phenomenon. Yes. RoboCop was pop culture. You know what I'm saying? Terminator was pop culture.
I'm sorry. I'll say it's a cult classic. How about that?
Two or three people.
Yeah,
basically what the movie is about. You know what I'm saying? Is the propaganda. A guy down on his luck. You know what I'm saying? Had been let go from the steel mill industry.
Yeah.
Right.
Moved from what was it? Colorado, I think. I don't know.
One of the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? Great American states. Came to LA. You know what I'm saying? To try to make his way out there. But found a fellow, you know what I'm saying, traveler, a black man, you know what I'm saying, that was down on his luck as well. Actually left the family back in Detroit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But came there to turn down.
Wife and 2 kids, he said.
Yeah, a whole village. Anyway, they both was going to make a way. But,
hold on. He had been gone for close to, what did he say, 2-3 months?
Yeah.
I was like, hold on.
Oh, yeah, my man having a ball, yeah. It was like a little village, you know what I'm saying, where it was females and everything in the jump. I was like, nah, his wife checking up on him. Like,
right. No
man.
And he can say he ain't got no phone.
Because it's the 80s.
It's the 80s.
Yeah, so nobody checking up on you. The 80s man had it too good.
But can we fast forward?
Yeah, fast forward.
So the movie 100% to me is like your conspiracy theorists' theme of like what the New World Order would look like if it was like aliens. You know what I'm saying? That just came and took over the world. The movie tackles the what that would look like and how powerful the media is if somebody could control it
influence.
Influence.
Basically, it was a definite conspiracy theorist like dream movie. Like basically, you know what I'm saying, the dude came upon some glasses that he could see the Matrix. He knew that he was in the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? He knew that
he took the red pill.
Somebody was like playing him for a fool. Like every time he could see right through the things. He would see the propaganda behind it. Like he would look at money and say, this is your God. He would look at, you know what I'm saying, advertisement for clothing, you know what I'm saying.
And some of the wording that they chose to use in They Live stuck out to me. Like obey, and how in real life there's a clothing line called Obey.
Yeah, but I think that's what Obey was playing on.
I know,
you know
it was.
Like, oh yeah.
But once you see the movie They Live, it takes on new meaning because it's like, wow.
I was thinking the same thing. I used to wear Obey, and
a lot of people did.
You know what I'm saying? Was completely baffled. You know what I'm saying? What it actually meant. I used to see some of the clothing. That all makes sense. You know what I'm saying? All the little clothes. I used to read the junk. Like, what are they trying to say?
Exactly.
I wasn't old enough. You know
marketing and manipulation. Like me, I bought this Costanza shirt.
What did it say?
It's not a lie if you believe it.
Well, I guess that's true. That's like this how people have like wrong memories of things, and like and they remember they was a hero, but actually like you cried all the way home, bro. Like you don't remember that, right? But in their head, like what you remember is the truth. Like that become your reality.
That's your reality.
You know what I'm saying? And you can't fault that man for that.
So in They Live, the reality that these guys were living in, it was pretty hostile, man. Like if you think about, if this was like the 1980s, like 88, people ain't really got cell phones like that. People like transportation hadn't really gotten as efficient as it is today. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't as accessible to the middle class or lower middle class like it is today. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what changed things for me when I was watching it was that if they could use that small bit of technology and take over the world, like they could control just the TV, which you could link up to a TV station, the radio, your money, all of those things are physical. But in our today's time,
it's all digital.
It's all digital. So we gotta think about like,
well, you gotta think like in that time, I guess the everyday man didn't have access to as much technology we have in our hand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like free media. We've seen things like this movie was kind of relevant to what we're going on this week with the argument with Monique, you know what I'm saying, and how to get content, you know what I'm saying, to the public. It's no longer the gatekeepers necessarily got to keep it. Like, you have the option, like what we're doing right now. We're giving you free media, you know what I'm saying,
free media.
And that access wasn't given to previous generations. So
it wasn't even platforms.
Yeah.
Where,
you saw in the movie where they had the church, they had like the music playing in the background, and they were just, you know what I'm saying, dumping media, trying to hack the television system to get out their message. You know what I'm saying? But
so tell me what the church would like. Did the church? Because in They Live, the rebels or the people that were figuring out how to like navigate, they wanted to fight the system. It's always a group in these things that come together that wants to overthrow their oppressor.
I thought that they was using the church as a metaphor, like nothing to see here, like, you know what I'm saying, we just carrying on religious views, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but did church seem like a
haven? It's a safe haven.
Safe haven,
yeah, safe haven that because they didn't look at the church as a threat, you know what I'm saying?
Basically.
And that could be perceived that because they got their hands on the church, or whether, because I never saw them abuse the church. I never seen like a pastor that was an alien, or, you know what I'm saying? So
that's true.
They didn't, you know what I'm saying? And that was a lane that they just stayed away from in the 80s. Maybe the given time,
But see, with that, the reason this movie is so great to me is because everything has a parallel now. You know what I'm saying? Because like, let's fast forward to 2018 when we're looking at They Live. If an alien race came back today with mega churches and everything, you know, like, wouldn't they tap in and put their leaders in like in those positions to slowly corrupt?
Correct. Yeah, I definitely think. But I think it's good and it's bad. You know what I'm saying? Then I think people was more self-identifying. You know what I'm saying? Like the term politics is local come from, because I don't necessarily know what you feel in California, me living in Washington D.C., you know what I'm saying, back in the day. Like what we feel locally, you know what I'm saying, that's really pretty much, you had to travel to places, you know what I'm saying, to get a pulse of how people were in certain areas. Now like everybody's on the internet, you know what I'm saying, you would kind of feel what music come out of certain areas before you even traveled it. Like,
and you know the crazy thing, I was telling my wife yesterday, I was like, remember how certain language, like things used to start in certain areas, and people would be like, "Oh, he got New York slang, or he got this."
Yeah, and now,
nowadays, like I heard a phrase come out of New York, and I can't even really now in these days pinpoint if it did, but keep the same energy. Like the first time you heard that phrase, it came from New York media. You know what I'm saying? And then it just swept, and now everybody just say it as that's normal. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. If we have to look at how powerful media can be, like it can change your everyday thought and how you speak. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And for these guys in 1988 to be like, for that director to be so visionary and to look at the past and then translate what he had seen in the past to the future of, okay, how would an organization get away with overthrowing the world? They would have to be super intelligent, or pooling the world's best intelligence together and coming together, putting everybody in places of power to just overthrow the government.
I know, but at the same time, I felt the director was kind of small-minded, because it was only one news studio that was projecting over the world. You know what I'm saying? They didn't make Pacific up just a district, because LA, you know what I'm saying, LA
could get there
to, I mean, Japan, London, you know what I'm saying, Beijing, everywhere, like Wakanda. Like, come on now, stop it. South Africa, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I just think that's technological, because in today's time, it would be the whole world you'd be broadcasting to.
Correct, yeah, now.
But see, that's why I say They Live is so visionary. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was on purpose, some of this stuff, but I do think he forecasted things or channeled things that he necessarily couldn't feel in his consciousness at that day, but he knew that this would be relevant one day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but you don't get it. You don't get that.
I just feel like the plot was weak. You know what I'm saying? As a story that was told, the movie was weak. You know, yeah, it had good concept, but a lot of movies have good concept.
But the execution,
yeah,
is that what you're saying?
Was trash.
How was Roddy Piper?
Like Bright
as an actor.
Roddy Piper, that was the main character.
Yeah.
I thought he did a great job with, especially with the dude disappeared. You know what I'm saying? Was see a fellas that scene where they was a newsstand and the way he jerked at him like he thought he was dead but he was gone. I thought that was great acting. I was like, oh, Oscar.
How about our black guy? What is his name? Because he's been in so much.
I think he just passed away recently.
He did.
I think so. Don't quote me on that.
Oh no.
But anyway, yeah, he was on Dead Presidents. That's was his most notable. When he played Nate, Lorenz Tate, uncle that robbed the bank.
Keith David.
He
was Frank. What is this? Armitage.
Yeah, but he was in Dead Presidents. Did he pass away? No.
Nah. He's still kicking.
Yeah.
Well, that's a blessing. Glad to see another black man live.
He also was Princess and the Frog. I think he was the what's his name?
Oh, the Frog or something. I mean, no. The wizard. That was cast
doctor, whatever. Yeah, but yeah, he was a good actor in that. But when he had to like did he die in the movie? The lady killed him?
Yeah, that was. Hold on.
They never showed.
Cause see, this is good content. So.
They never showed him dying. They just showed the lady.
No, they did. That joint said "bow," and then she was just on the roof. Spoiler alert, too. Goodness gracious.
I heard a pow, but I wasn't sure there was a pow because he was outside.
Hey, that pow was clear to me.
Yes. But they didn't show it.
They didn't show it. Yeah. I mean, it was the 80s. You know what I'm saying? They always implied like that.
No. RoboCop got it in. You know what I'm saying? Rainbow got it in. Terminator got it in.
I think the point was clear. Cause you look at how big his eyes get.
Yeah. The dude was goddamn. Why she shoot him in the back? Why she wait till he turn around? Like,
yeah, that lady was co-opted. And see, that's another part of this movie that people don't understand. Like, fellas, you over there so lost in her eyes, and she the snake, homie, and you keep trusting this woman.
And what happened to her outside the organization when that bomb went off? Like, how did she get lost? And how did he assume that they was with?
Yo, that part threw me off. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Like, he was running, trying to get away in their organization, and then he sees her. That's what I'm saying. Why he grabbed her like, come on, let's go.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, Slim, you should be tipped off at the fact that why is she already in here?
But he was asking people for her when he walked in. So how do you know she was even there? Maybe like, what's her name?
No. It was the he realized they was at the cable studio and she worked there. So he was trying to see if she was still there.
Oh, okay.
And when he saw her in the hallway, he grabbed her. Yeah. But I'm like, bruh, like, if you're tracking, like, it's like you're not looking at all of the clues. Yeah. Like at what point do you realize she's dirty? You know? Like, she called the feds on you at first, threw you out of a window.
Son.
What more she got to do?
Why did she throw him out the window? What was her...
You ain't see that part?
I did, but...
So he came in, he kidnapped her.
But I like how he went to bed and he was just straight with her to the house.
He was wild.
And she was like, do whatever you want, just don't hurt me. I thought he was about to take his shirt off. Oh, this is about to get dirty. Yes, but it didn't go there.
Nah, she got hit real quick, called the Rolex Alien Squad, and they was there 2.5 to catch homie. But he had got thrown out of it looked almost like a 2-story joint.
Yeah, like that was a mean hill that she had. Like he rode down a Hollywood Hill.
Yeah. But I don't know, all in all, I really feel like that was a statement. It's like sometimes people get caught up in the attraction that they have for a person, and it clouds their whole vision as to, wait a minute, this is the enemy. Even with these glasses on, you should know that that's your enemy. You know what I'm saying? Like
it was humans working with them too. It was,
he had talked to homie that had the Rolex portal watch.
But why didn't he help the pastor? You know what I'm saying? He's getting police brutality in that alleyway. He just sat there. And then how did he grab that kid and know that family was his? Like he just hit over there. You know what I'm saying? That job was good.
Yeah.
He was past his time. That was a good movie. I take that back. It was worth the $4.99 to buy it
on Apple TV. Yeah. I couldn't find it on none of the other platforms. Like,
it's for that.
It's $4.99. It ain't a bad watch. Yeah. I'm glad I own it for $4.99 because own to rent was like $1.
Yeah, $1. Yeah, so
like
I bought it.
$3.99 to rent the joint. $4.99 to own.
It was like that or Shape of Water, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead.
Mess with They Live. But
I'm gonna check out Shape of Water. Shape of Water should be our next movie.
That's the next one?
That's the next one. We should step outside the box. Give people what they want. What y'all want?
What do y'all
do a little survey, you know what I'm saying, to list it. Shape of Water, Murder on Oriental Express, or Thor Ragnarok.
We both seen Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that could be the next one.
You saw Thor Ragnarok?
Twice.
I own it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you bought it on DVD? I mean,
I saw the movie theaters and I bought it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good one.
I like the director. Actually, just end this and then.